Welcome back, you guys. We are now on chapter 6 of the Justin Baldoni counter lawsuit. And let's just get started. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe so we can continue to read through this entire lawsuit. Also misleading, the article draws on Blake Lively's assertion that Baldoni improvised unwanted kissing and discussed his adult behavior life. However, both the Times and Blake Lively intentionally exclude that Blake Lively refused to meet with the intimacy coordinator to plan out the film's adult scenes. Justin Baldoni, in turn, was forced to meet with the intimacy coordinator alone and relay any suggestions to Blake Lively separately. Notwithstanding Baldoni's reluctance, he and Blake Lively would later sketch out the scenes together, absent the intimacy coordinator. As parts of these creative discussions, Baldoni and Blake Lively sought to personalize and develop their characters, and in doing so, engaged in conversation about their individual experiences. The Times, taking Blake Lively's CRD complaint as true, characterizes this discussion as an inappropriate attempt by Justin to talk about his adult life. It was not. More still, Justin Baldoni consistently acted at the direction of the intimacy coordinator. These baseless accusations do not constitute harassment. And this is one of the messages from Justin Baldoni to Blake Lively. The message reads, "Just hired intimacy coach who I love will set you up to meet with her a time next week for intro." Blake Lively responds, "I feel good. I can meet with her when we start. Thank you, though." Baldoni responds, "Just for your information, just wanted to tell you about this. Seems she doesn't want to meet intimacy coordinator until we start, which may mess up the workflow. But I can still meet with her, of course." And then the female producer says, "That's fine if she doesn't want to meet her now. You'll just have to walk her through what you and the intimacy coordinator are thinking." The suit continues. Despite its efforts to craft a distorted narrative, the Times failed to address a glaring contradiction in Blake Lively's CRD complaint. After the execution of the Protections for Return to Production agreement in November of 2023, Blake Lively herself acknowledges that the film was completed and marketed and released safely and successfully. While Wayfarer, Baldoni, and Heath disagreed with Blake Lively's rationale for requesting the document, many of its provisions were already standard practice. They chose to comply for the sake of the film and to ensure Blake Lively's comfort. Crucially, Blake Lively concedes that neither Baldoni or Heath engaged in any harassing behavior following the agreement in November of 2023. Furthermore, she admits that her stated concerns were sufficiently addressed at the time. This admission directly undermines her allegations of retaliation and strips her claim of credibility. Without the fabricated smear campaign narratives propping up her CRD complaint, Blake Lively's retaliation claim collapses under its own contradictions, exposing it as yet another ploy to salvage her public image rather than pursue any legitimate grievance. The fact is, Blake Lively embarked on a hostile takeover of the production, strong-arming Sony into blessing her with ultimate control. As they began, increasingly frantic and unsettled by usurpation of their roles, Baldoni remained resolute that they continue to take the high road and be proud of the beautiful baby they had all made together. Notwithstanding, Blake Lively waged war on Justin Baldoni, weaponizing innocuous interactions from May and June of 2023, long before there was any tension between them, to vilify and discredit him. At the time, Baldoni and Lively had a solid working relationship, and Blake Lively expressed no unease around him. Only after the writer's strike had ended and filming was set to resume did Blake Lively express any concern about returning to set. In response, Wayfarer and Baldini agreed to all of Blake Lively's demands. Then this is another included message. This one is to the Dream Team. I'm assuming this is Justin Baldini to the editors. The message reads, just curious if you guys have peeked at her cut and if anything has changed. The editor too responds by saying, I have just been told that we are not permitted to look. Justin says, oh wow, when did that happen? Editor 1 says, as per Sony. Editor 2 responds also, this evening through, and that part is blanked out. Just responds in the message, wow, okay then. The editors and director isn't allowed to look at an actress cut. Got it. Well, here we go. We will keep taking the high road. The lawsuit continues. To suggest, as the Times does, the plaintiffs engaged in dark arts to destroy Blake Lively's reputation is to ignore that Blake Lively had long-standing reputational challenges and that plaintiff's public relations efforts were rudimentary, above board, and entirely defensive. The Times willingly omits any meaningful discussion of the true source of tension between Lively and plaintiffs, which was Blake Lively's brazen and calculated effort to expropriate the film. And here is another message. And this is to the tag team being the PR firm. And it says, like, come on, we had nothing to do with that. Then the response is, this is crazy. She doesn't have a good reputation. All of this is organic stuff from real people making TikToks, not bots. Then whoever responded is blanked out, but it says exactly. If it was just comments, I'd be like, oops, but it's not, LOL. Included is a picture of Blake Lively from Nathan Melissa, and it's saying, and this is from dailymail.com, how Blake Lively is slammed over how she styled the younger actress for the film. The following message is on the next page. This is from the editors and Justin Baldini. And it says, hey, just checking in. Hope you're hanging in there. We're going to get through this. Darn it. Justin Baldini says, thanks for checking in. I've sat with it, and I think the best path forward spiritually and what's best for the movie is that I suck it up and let her in. I've sent a message requesting that it start on the 18th, and then we would just let her in until she leaves, and then her cuts and updates throughout the process. I'll let you guys know what she says. Thanks for being awesome, Dream Team. Editor 2 responds to Justin by saying, we got you. Editor 1 says, I think that sounds like a very good plan on all fronts. Justin responds, we made a beautiful baby together. The baby might not grow up tone exactly who we thought it would be, but it's still beautiful. That's what I'm holding on to. Very proud of us. Editor 1 responds, wow, I can't say I'm shocked because I was hoping that you were going to be able to not let this beat you down, and it sounds like you have achieved that. And yes, the movie we handed her was so good that even if it's been screwed with, the base work will still shine through. The last I heard was that she was putting back a fair amount of our version. Just not sure what that entailed to or what extent. I guess you'll find out today. Hang in there, and we'll all catch up when the wounds are not quite as fresh. Sending love to you both. The Times' assertion that plaintiffs orchestrated a campaign to tarnish Blake Lively's reputation blatantly disregards her bizarre behavior at the time and misrepresents plaintiffs' actions, which were both modest, transparent, and purely defensive. The article entirely sidesteps the real conflict source between Blake Lively and plaintiffs. Lively's calculated and audacious attempt to seize control of the film. I will end chapter 6 right there, you guys. This lawsuit is full of drama. And we're going to come back and read these messages because, again, this section of the lawsuit has a lot of drama. Like, share, and subscribe, you guys. Until next time, be safe. We'll be coming back with chapter 7. All right, until next time, bye, guys.